The message came while I was still sitting in the parking lot, the termination folder unopened on the passenger seat, the sting of fluorescent lights still burning behind my eyes. Her name lit up the screen, a single vibration, sharp, surgical. I didn't open it immediately. I just watched the phone glow in the narrowing dusk, watched the notification pulse like a heartbeat that wasn't mine anymore. I already knew the shape of whatever she had sent. It had been building for weeks. The size, the jokes, the way her eyes drifted past me when I spoke, searching for something better, something shinier. When I finally slid my thumb across the screen, the words didn't surprise me. I absolutely can't continue dating an unemployed loser. This isn't the life I want. I deserve someone with ambition. 3 messages, no hesitation, no softness, sent at 4:17 p.m., which meant she wrote them the exact minute I walked out of the building, maybe before. I sat there for a long time, silent, unmoving, letting the coldness settle into my bones like sedative. She had no idea that the folder beside me held a $200,000 severance package. No idea that I'd already signed an offer at a competitor with a salary that made my old job look like a warm-up. No idea that she'd just walked out on the version of me she'd been praying for. I locked my phone, started the engine, and drove away from the life she thought she'd discarded. I didn't text her back. Not that night, not the next morning, not when she posted a carefully curated photo of herself laughing with friends, trying hard, too hard, to appear unaffected. I watched from a distance, detached, observing, letting the betrayal sink deeper, marking each detail like evidence. I kept replaying her last week with me, every line, every gesture, how she had grown colder each time I mentioned work stress, how she stopped asking how I slept, how she left early, arrived late, stayed busy, little fractures I hadn't wanted to see. But the moment she sent those messages, the timeline rearranged itself. Everything snapped into a sharp, merciless focus. She hadn't loved me. She'd loved the life she thought I could hand her. And the second she thought the well had run dry, she ran. The emotional betrayal wasn't the breakup. It was the ease, the speed, the way she'd stripped me down to a single word, loser, without hesitation, without context, without ever bothering to ask what really happened. I kept thinking about the look she hadn't seen, the one on my face as I read her words. Quiet, controlled, not hurt, not really, just awake. Something in me shifted that day, a quiet reorganization of who I was and what I allowed. And the silence I gave her wasn't avoidance, it was strategy. In the weeks that followed, I moved with precision. I signed the final paperwork for the new job. I submitted the severance acceptance. I scheduled the delivery of the car I'd promised myself years ago but had never allowed myself to want. Everything in my life clicked into place with a strange, clinical calm. I didn't block her, didn't delete her number, didn't erase a single message. I wanted her to see, to feel the distance, to sense something shifting beneath her feet without understanding why. And she did. It started small, views on my stories but no messages, then a like on a post from months ago, then another. 6 weeks after she left me in that parking lot, I drove home in a new, obsidian black luxury sedan, the engine purring like a secret. I saw her before she saw me, standing outside the cafe near my building, scrolling through her phone, hair perfect, expression restless. She looked up as I pulled in, and her face broke. Just for a second, a crack of pure, involuntary panic. Recognition came next, then disbelief, then something sharper, regret shaped like hunger. I stepped out of the car without looking at her, closed the door quietly, walked past her as if she were weather. 7 minutes later, my phone buzzed. "Hey, I've been thinking about us lately. I believe in second chances. Maybe we could talk?" Her words were syrupy, rehearsed, dripping with the same false sweetness she'd once used to get what she wanted. I didn't reply, not yet. I wanted her to feel that silence, to sit inside it, to realize it wasn't confusion, it was consequence. That evening, I crafted my reply carefully. No anger, no accusation, no visible satisfaction, just clarity. Before sending it, I opened our old chat thread, reading her previous messages, the one she'd fired at me on the day my life had split in two. Unemployed loser. I deserve someone with ambition. Every word, a confession she forgot could be used as evidence. Then I typed, "You didn't leave because I was unemployed. You left because you thought I was done, but I wasn't. You just never cared enough to ask." I attached a photo, not of the car, not of the severance letter, not of the new job contract, just the time-stamped message she sent the day she dumped me. The truth. I watched the 3 dots appear instantly, then disappear, appear again, disappear again, then nothing. Silence so complete it felt like closure. She wasn't shocked by the money. She wasn't mourning the relationship. She was devastated by the realization she had revealed who she was, and I had finally believed her. The next morning, she showed up outside my building. Tears, mascara, shaking hands. "Can we talk?" she whispered. Her voice used to undo me. Now it sounded like someone else speaking through her mouth. I stepped closer, not in affection, but finality. "You ended things," I said quietly. "I'm just honoring the choice you made." "That was a mistake," she breathed. "I didn't know. You thought I was useful. And then you thought I wasn't." Her face crumpled. She reached for my arm. I didn't let her touch me. I pulled back with the same calm she'd used to leave me. "You didn't lose me because I lost a job. You lost me because I watched how fast you switched sides." Her breathing hitched, a single, trembling exhale. "I can be better," she whispered. I nodded once. Not in agreement, just acknowledgement. "Maybe," I said, "but not for me." Her lips parted, but I was already turning away. I didn't need to shout, didn't need to punish. The truth was the blade, her own actions the wound. All I did was let her look at it. That night, I sat inside my apartment, lights low, city humming softly below. The guilt I expected never came. No anger, no triumph, just clarity. She hadn't broken me, she'd revealed me. What I valued, what I tolerated, what I'd mistaken for love. People tell you betrayal feels like a knife. It doesn't. It feels like frost. Slow, numbing, preserving everything until you finally decide to thaw. I let her go without ceremony. Without ceremony, she stayed gone. In the end, the luxury car, the severance, the new job, they weren't the victory. The victory was simple, quiet, final. I no longer wanted her back. And nothing devastates a betrayer more than realizing the person they discarded walked away clean.